Hello everybody, my name is Matthew White here at Ingram Micro. In today's episode we're going to be talking a little bit about the Room Kit Pro, and we're going to be mounting it up here in our classroom. So this is the front of our classroom. Usually this is where the teacher would stand. We've got an interactive whiteboard behind us with two Epson short throw, ultra short throw projectors and the touch sensitive capability and everything on them. But we're going to take this up another step so we can do a lot more with the remote learning, which has become a bigger and more important piece of today's learning environment and business environment. So let's go through this a little bit. So there's a lot of pieces here that you can choose to order when you purchase the Room Kit Pro. And you may have the main camera unit itself as the main piece, and then also the codec, which is the other main piece of this solution. This codec here has two antennas that are attached to it. These are going to come separately in the box, and you're going to want to have those screwed in. And then you also have the Touch 10 as part of this as well. So this is going to be where you control the whole unit from. And if you actually look at this bag here, this is actually going to include a lot of the different Phoenix connectors. So Phoenix is the way that you're going to actually plug like microphones and additional audio sources into the back of this unit, because it does have that auto mixer directly built in. So if you want to use like a wireless microphone and tie this into this, or if you want to use a third-party microphone, you can do that as well pretty easily without having to go and keep to the same 3.5 millimeter that you may be used to. Plus it makes a more secure connection on the back as well. So most of the professional audio equipment that you find out there is going to use Phoenix connectors. And then you have your microphone. So this is the table microphone that you can get for it. If you notice on the flip side here though, it's going to have that Phoenix connector. So you want to make sure you're getting the table microphone with the Phoenix connector on it. It does come with a little magnetic piece here for the table as well. So you can mount that on the table, and then you can actually make sure that that microphone's not moving around for you. And then you have this little extension cable here as well that you can order. So this extension cable is what gives you the ability to move that microphone even further away from the main unit. So it pretty much just gives you that option to extend that cable that it comes with. You can rack mount the main unit as well, so the codec itself can be rack mounted. You can order those rack mount ears with it. And obviously you've got the camera unit itself. On the back of this, and in the box, you're going to find this little mounting bracket. This mounting bracket is going to give you the option to actually mount this to the wall. And there's little locks on the bottom to disconnect that again, so it just kind of like slides in. So it makes that piece very simple, and then you just screw that in to a support location on your wall. You're going to want to make sure that you order the correct power cables for the unit and the right number of power cables depending on how many pieces you're purchasing. So in this particular case, we've got the C13 to 515 power cable, and I have a couple of those. One for the P60, which is the camera there on the other end. That's going to go on the opposite side of the room so that we can get the presenter tracker for the person moving around the room. And then we're going to have this camera up here right between the two projectors, pointing back at the classroom, so as they talk, as they participate in the class, they can actually get on camera as well. Now, it is a little high for what you normally use for the front of the room. You're going to be having a downward angle on the people in your classroom unless you have like stadium-style seating if you do it this way. But that's what we're kind of working with here, so we're having to be a little outside what you normally want to do in a perfect environment. And as far as the power supplies go themselves, you've got the one for the P60 camera, and then you also have the power supply for the main camera unit itself. And then the actual codec, you plug the cable directly into the back, so you don't need a separate power supply for that. You can order additional HDMI cables in the Cisco gray, which allows you to keep everything the same color. And then you can also order this guy. Now this is a little bit of a long cable, but the advantage to this one would be you could run this up into a podium as well. Then you could run little extension cables from here up to the top of the podium if you wanted to, or plug this directly into, say, a laptop. But this gives you both your HDMI, your USB-C, and your standard Apple connection, which allows you to then have all three of those in one cable. It's a little bit thicker of a cable, so it's going to be able to stand up to the test of time. And then you have your Ethernet cables. So you have like the shorter ones, and you've got the longer one. So the longer one is what's going to run up into my P60 camera and get the source that way. And then you have the P60 camera itself, and then the wall mount brackets, cable ties, screws, and stuff like that for that unit as well. And then you have all the literature. So we have things like the WebEx Room Kit Pro manual. You've got the manual for the table microphone, safety information on the different devices, the Touch 10 guide, and then the P60 camera guide and manual. So that's everything that I ordered for the unit, but remember that these are going to be more designed for the use case of what you need to purchase. So you could decide to just purchase a P60 and not purchase this camera. Or you could choose to just purchase this camera and not the P60. So you can make a choice of what type of cables you need, what type of cameras you need, and you can get the whole kit and caboodle, or you can choose to just get the one piece that you need. So again, configure this as you will in CCW, and then place your order, and I'll have another video for you of this once it's all up and running. So enjoy the rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you on my next unboxing or any of the other videos that are available to you from Ingram Micro and Cisco. Thank you.